Hey, what's up guys, Jack here today bringing you an interesting little concept video slash tutorial thingy, and in this one I'm going to show you how to set up a laptop as a secondary streaming PC for Twitch, YouTube, whatever you fancy. We're going to keep it as simple and as snappy as possible. I just wanted to demonstrate that this might actually be an option for you if you hadn't considered it already, how easy it is to set up, and also what the benefits are for creating a setup like this. With that said, let's get straight to the point. What's the purpose of using a secondary PC or laptop for streaming? Well, although you can stream and game from a single PC if you've got a good enough processor, your performance will still take a hit, and also your stream quality and frame rate won't be as good as it could be. More CPU intensive games will take more of a hit. Now, using a capture device and a second PC or laptop, in this case, which is dedicated to streaming, completely removes the strain off your gaming PC and allows you to output higher quality, bitrate and frame rate. Professional streamers like Lyric, Gold Glove and X Factor use dual PC setups and consistently put out good quality video and audio. However, there are some caveats with having a 2PC setup. Of course, you'll need to buy another PC to begin with, another monitor, another mouse and keyboard. You'll also need space to install all of this hardware, so it can be pretty expensive and not a viable option for some people. And this got me thinking, what if you could use a laptop and an external capture device like an AVerMedia LGP to do the same thing as a streaming PC? Because a laptop, when you think about it, has all of that stuff you need built into it. A laptop has a monitor, it has a trackpad as a mouse, it has a keyboard all built in. It's very compact, and I bet that most people will actually have a laptop lying around. Now, keep in mind that you can't use a 10-year-old laptop because the performance just won't be good enough. You need at least an average spec laptop with a quad-core CPU in there. But I think if you've got something like that, you can actually make this work. You don't need a crazy expensive graphics card in your laptop, for example, because streaming is all about the CPU. And even cheap laptops like the Asus EEBook X205 have quad-core CPUs in nowadays. And before I start showing you how to set this up, I want to say that this isn't the perfect streaming setup. There's no sound mixer involved, for example, so your audio options are limited, but it is incredibly simple to set up and it will achieve a 60 FPS 720p high quality stream with video, audio and microphone output, and most importantly, absolutely zero performance hit to your gaming PC. So how do we go about setting this up then? The first thing we need to do is plug your external capture card into the laptop via USB. In this case, it's an AVerMedia Live Gamer Portable. Get the latest drivers from the website and make sure you download and install Stream Engine as well. You're going to need that so OBS can see the device. It's all pretty simple stuff. Also, I haven't tested this setup with an Elgato capture device, but I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work. Next, how are we going to get the video from the gaming PC into the AVerMedia LGP? Well, it's just a case of connecting an HDMI cable from the HDMI in port on the LGP to the HDMI out port on your gaming PC's graphics card. When that's plugged in, what we need to do is right click on the gaming PC's desktop and go to Screen Resolution Options. In this screen, you'll see that it's now displaying two monitors, an AVerMedia HD and your actual monitor. We need to duplicate the displays, and to do that, go down to multiple displays and change it to duplicate these displays and click apply. The screen's going to go black for a couple of seconds and then come back on. And now your primary gaming monitor is duplicated and it's sending the output through the HDMI cable to the AVerMedia LGP. Boom, that's the video feed done. How about the audio then? Again, it's very simple. All you've got to do is run a male-to-male 3.5mm audio cable from the audio in on the AVerMedia LGP to your sound card audio out. In this case, I'm using a USB sound card at the front of the case so you can see it nice and clearly. So now that sound card is sending your gaming PC audio into the LGP. And for you to hear it too, all you've got to do is plug in your headset into the audio out on the LGP. Awesome, so now that's the video and audio being sent to the LGP and then to the laptop via USB. Next step, on the laptop I'm using OBS to stream. That's Open Broadcaster software. It's free and absolutely the best software to use for live streaming. And here I've added the AVerMedia LGP capture device as a global source, so OBS can output what it's seeing and hearing. It's all very simple. You just right click, add global source and select it. With that done, now would be a good point to preview the stream and test everything's working. If you set everything up correctly, at this point you should have video and audio displayed on OBS. And remember that this is having absolutely no impact to the performance of my gaming PC. I can play with maxed out graphics, 144Hz on the monitor, and still put out nearly 200 frames per second. And because we're using a separate device to stream, another benefit, we can actually use pretty nice looking quality settings. In this case, I'm streaming at 720p 60fps and 4000 bitrate, which looks great in motion on Twitch. Also, I've got the faster X264 preset selected in the advanced options, which gives me an overall clearer picture than the default very fast setting. So the quality is locked in, we've got clean audio, but what about microphone? Obviously, speaking to your audience and interacting on Twitch is what it's all about. All we've got to do is plug a microphone into the laptop. In this case, it's a USB H2N Zoom mic, but it could be just a normal 3.5mm headset mic too if you've got that. Once you plug that in, just select it in OBS, it's as simple as that. So now we've got game audio, mic audio, and video going out to Twitch. And also a word about the mic, if you're playing with friends on TeamSpeak or Skype, all you've got to do is install another microphone on your gaming PC so they can hear you talk there. Good stuff, and that's pretty much it for the setup. Surprisingly easy to get everything together, and I've actually used OBS to locally record a small segment of multiplayer BF4 gameplay using the same settings I'd be streaming with on this streaming laptop, and then I've gone ahead and uploaded it to YouTube so you can watch it and get a feel of how the video and audio quality is. There's an annotation on the screen now and also a link in the description if you want to go and check it out. And I guess that's all there is to it really, and I hope that this helps someone out there. Maybe you can try it out for yourself and it works out well for you. Perhaps if you don't have much space, if you can't afford a full-on separate PC, monitor and peripherals for streaming, maybe you've just got that laptop lying around, then this might be a solution for you. Either way, I think it's a pretty cool concept setup for dual PC streaming, and even if this isn't your thing, maybe you found it just a little bit interesting. So keep in mind that these exact same OBS settings that I'm using here might not work for you. You might need to lower the bitrate and the frame rate if you've got like an older laptop, for example. But in theory, I reckon that if you've got at least a quad-core processor in there, you should be able to put out a decent quality, smooth, watchable stream without losing any performance on your gaming PC. As always, thank you ever so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.